I'm Dr. David Hill, and today we're going to talk about how to get rid of a head cold. Head colds are not easy to get rid of. It's just true. But there are a few things that help. We know that people who are well rested, who are getting enough sleep, tend to get fewer colds, and they may get over them a little faster. There is some evidence that zinc supplements may shorten the course of a head cold briefly. However, they're not hugely effective, and it may not be worth the hassle to deal with the zinc supplement. Your cold's going to last almost as long with it as without it. There have been studies of echinacea. Unfortunately, as desperately as we'd like echinacea to work, none of those studies have really shown that echinacea is an effective treatment for head colds. Unfortunately, when we look at medication, the doctor doesn't really have anything either. It's just really frustrating. I don't have a cold medicine that really works. Now, the key is to know when it's not a cold anymore. How do you know that you're no longer dealing with a viral infection? We have a few red flags that can clue us in. One is a fever that lasts more than 3 days. The fever at the beginning of a cold is very common. The temperature should be under 104 degrees, but it doesn't have to be a lot under 104 degrees. And for the first few days, it may be there. But after the first few days, the fever should resolve. So if you got 4, 5, 6 days of fever, we really think you probably have a bacterial infection and not just a virus at this point. Likewise, a fever that occurs toward the end of a cold is concerning. It ought to happen at the beginning. If you've been sick for a week or even 5 or 6 days and now you or your child is getting a fever, we're much more concerned about a bacterial infection. Thirdly, the duration of illness can be a clue. The average cold lasts about 7 to 10 days. The cough from a cold may last a bit longer, as long as 3 weeks. But the runny nose, stuffy nose, aches, fever, that stuff really ought to be gone within a 10-day period. When those symptoms persist beyond 10 to 14 days, again, we concern ourselves with bacterial infections. Likewise, severe ear pain, eyes being stuck shut with pus, chest discomfort, difficulty breathing, wheezing, none of that is a normal part of a cold. All of that deserves evaluation by a doctor. Talking about how to get rid of a head cold, I'm Dr. David Hill.